Okay, we got one more that's going to have some things that you've never seen. They've not been shown in the United States.
No. Some.
But he's got a lot of footage, videos, and films and pictures from Turkey and Europe that have never been shown in the United States. Okay, Hakton, I always have trouble with your last name, Akdogan. We've been friends for a long time. Back when Bob Brown had the conference in Laughlin, the other UFO conference, I spoke there just about every year, and Haktan came from Istanbul for that a lot. So he hasn't been over here since Bob Brown sold the conference, but he was always doing a lot of talk there. And last year, this time, Haktan brought me to Istanbul, and I did a 2-day talk there. It's not hard for me to do, I can always talk. So that was really nice. He treated us to a really good time in Istanbul. Okay, Haktan has the only UFO museum in Europe, the Balkans, and the Middle East. And you have a lot of files and records and films,
Right.
and pictures in this UFO museum. And you also have a traveling part of that. You take part of it in it, travel all over Europe.
Exactly. We have a mobile UFO museum as well. I'll be showing few clips of that too.
Okay. So
Maybe
he's very
interesting.
much involved in that. But he's the founder and the chairman of the Sirius UFO Space Science and Research Center in Turkey. And he's been involved in UFO research for 29 years. I'm trying to condense all of this. This is all in your program. He's got quite a long history here. But you're on the board of a lot of these different investigation organizations that are investigating UFOs, and you've been involved a long time with it. One thing is interesting, he has created the World UFO Day. And that's the 2nd of July every year. That's to make peaceful demonstrations and events worldwide to let the people and the governments know about UFOs. He's responsible for that. And he's also the founder of the World UFO Disclosure campaign to try to It's a nonprofit organization trying to get the UN and the people there to recognize that there are UFOs and to get interested in all of this. So he's very much involved in all of these things. Okay, you can read the rest of it, but he's been on numerous TV shows and television and spoken at conferences all over the world. But my friend Hakton Akdogan, okay, from Istanbul.
Thank you, Dolores. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Dolores, for this wonderful introduction. Well, it's a pleasure to be here. This is my first time, as Dolores mentioned. I've been in the States many times. I used to live, as a matter of fact, in Manhattan, in New York, back in 1985 till 1991. Then I moved to Turkey, where I was born, in order to do what I do right now, to establish a research center, open up some museums, in order to share information to Turkish people at that side of the globe. So a lot of is going on here in the States, a lot of research center, a lot of researchers, but back in 1985, there wasn't many going on in Turkey and that part of my country. Turkey, as you all know, Anatolia has been home throughout the history for many different civilizations, such as Romans, Byzantines, Ottoman empires, and so on. That's why we have a lot of ancient alien type of evidences. During this afternoon, Linda Moulton-Howe mentioned about Göbekli Tepe, which she did a wonderful job. It was a great presentation. I really thank her for that. As I say, throughout the history, we've been visited by these beings from different parts of the globe, and Turkey has a lot of rules about this as well. But today's presentation, I'm going to be covering mostly modern time evidences, some footages that I'll be showing you, some military high-rank personnel, 3-star generals or pilots. They speak openly about the UFO phenomena past several years in Turkey. Let's get to that. Before that, I'd like to show you a few clips about the museum that Dolores was mentioning, and also what we do. This is some little pics from the inside of the museum. This is another town, another city which we opened several years ago. Another museum, the second one. The guy on the left is the mayor of the city. He did the opening, so a friendly guy there. Let me show you the third one. We have 3 museums up there in Turkey. This is also mayor of the other city, south of Turkey, Antalya. This is the other one. The autopsy scenario. There was so much interest from the public, so I used to have a TV show about UFOs called UFO Reality. I did 52 episodes on 3 different national TV channels. That's what attracts a lot of people from different social background in Turkey. So when we do organize events like that, we got a lot of people from different social background, different from age 7 to age 70. Also, a lot of people ask us, why don't you open other museums in our city too? So I said, we don't have any funding for that. So I came up with an idea, why don't we do a mobile UFO museum? This way we can go to all different cities. We launched that project a couple of years ago. This is the opening of the mobile UFO museum. You see, this is from the press conference. This is the inside of the track. We converted the track into a UFO museum. It's a museum on the wheels. It travels different part of the country. 7-8 months a year, when the weather is nice from spring till winter time. So we have a lot of information from crop circle to ancient times to present time. This is some footage. You see the queue, the line to get in. We visited more than 28 cities so far. So everywhere we go, there's so much interest. People, they're willing to get information about this phenomenon. Here's another town. Let me just show you some photos of that quickly. From schools also. This is another town, my hometown in Izmir. Hundreds of thousands of people, they visited the UFO Museum so far. And I'm trying to implement this worldwide to do more tracks, maybe some for Europe, maybe even here in the States. That will be great. Because it's really a good way to share the information and spread out the message, the information about the UFO phenomena, which is very important for the mankind, for the evolution, and for the future of this planet. This is from the inside of the track. You see some conservative people as well, religious people, non-religious people, from all different parts of social backgrounds. Yeah, it was much fun. I've been in many roads too, during those road shows. We got a lot of nice feedbacks. Okay. What happened was, during those roadshow, we had some friends coming out of space, and like, it was incredible. We were in different cities, and every city we were going to visit, they were also with us. Look at that. Right above the track. Over here, another one. She wasn't aware of they were taking the picture of her that there was a UFO right up above it. Here's the track again. These are all from different cities. This is our little alien. It's looking like that. So this was incredible, and it was all over on the headlines that the UFOs were chasing the track. So it was a good publicity as well. Here you go. Similar thing happened during our last UFO conference. While we were having the conference, I'm going to show you the footage. It was incredible. So during broad daylight, I think Nick was at the conference too, Antonio Urzi, Eric von Däniken, and all these colleagues. During the conference, and everybody started going out, and all of a sudden, they said there's a UFO right above the convention center, and we managed to film it, and I will share you the footage. I think that was the first time ever during a UFO convention that UFO appeared. A few months later, I was in South America for a conference. They appeared over there as well. Antonio Urzi, one of the speakers, also some kind of telepathic contact with them. Here you go, another footage. This is from another city, from Istanbul. Most of these were taken by the people who visit the track. Some, they see them and they take the shots of them. This is very clear photo. Some, after they put it on computer, they notice that there's UFOs, you know. Here we go, here. So we got some support from our space brothers. That was a good. Israel Research Center, since we used to have a TV show also, we are on TV all the time. We are known very well at that part of the globe, and we received so many reports, so many materials that I will be showing to you. Of course, 90% out of these reports and footages are explainable phenomena, but 10 to 12% are not. So I will be sharing to you some of them. This is from 2010. I brought some footages from 2010 till 2014. So here's in Bosphorus in Istanbul during broad light, a cigar-shaped UFO. The guy was driving his car, he noticed this shape, the UFO, and he filmed it. The other one over here, it means Çanakkale, northeast part of Turkey, another city. This one is Mount Ararat. It's over here. They were camping out there, and all of a sudden, they see a bright greenish light object, and they manage to photograph them. This is in south part of Turkey, in Antalya, right near the beach. Here's the object. Very clear footages taken during broad daylight. And they were all analyzed by our image analyzers and video experts, frame by frame. Here we go, another footage from Istanbul. This is the window, it's a rainy day. The light goes from here and it moves up here, from here, and he was able to get 2 shots. Here's another from southwest of Turkey in 2010. You're gonna see the close-up. You see the reflection from the sun. The structured objects, there's 2 of them. Here's from an island near Istanbul. Some people were like getting some suntan, and all of a sudden one of his friends noticed this object hovering right above them, and they film it. This is mountain climber. He wasn't aware of there was an object over there. After they put it on the computer, they were going through their photos, so they noticed that strange object there. Here's another cigar shape. This one I took it. This is from my house, my balcony in Istanbul. I was preparing for a conference like a few days before. All of a sudden, I had this feeling that I walk out to the balcony, and I took this with my telephone. I took 2 shots, one after another. You can tell this ferry is here. The next shot, it's going to be here. It's like there's like 5-6 seconds. But I took 2 shots. In the second one, he was gone already. Blink of an eye, he disappeared. Like he went into another dimension, probably. So this is Cappadocia, one of the ancient ruins over here, thousands of years back. We receive a lot of sightings, a lot of reports out of this area. And the wife of this gentleman was taking his photo. She wasn't aware of there was an object there. And after he put it on the computer, they noticed there's the object. Here's from the east part of Turkey. So we have like 81 cities in Turkey, and we receive a lot of reports from all over, not just especially several locations. This is also in Istanbul. You have, a plane is landing. The close-up, you see there is right, this shaped, oval-shaped object right above it. 2 motorcycle riders, they see 2 objects right above this road, and they pull over. They were able to take the picture of those 2 UFOs. This is Hagia Sophia, one of the oldest churches in the world, like a couple of thousand years old. There's an object right above this. A tourist was captured that. This is some school teacher. They took the picture of that. Another mountain climbers, they were traveling with the plane, and he was sitting by the window. All of a sudden, he sees this strange object right under the plane. So he took this nice shot. This is also in Istanbul, glowing, green glowing object, moving so fast. Here is a really nice shot right above the trees in Bursa, near also Istanbul. This is from Foça, a tourist captured that. There's there's 3 frames here. You see the movement of the object. This is southeast of Turkey in 2010. All these are from 2010. This is Manisa, near Izmir, my hometown. A doctor took this film. Here's another shot from that Cappadocia area, where I told you that they receive a lot of reports from there. And Fleet, right over a mosque in Denizli, in eastern part of Turkey. This is also an interesting shot right above the mosque. There's more than 13, I believe. This is one of the islands in Istanbul. You see very bright lights hovering in the sky. Another one in Atatürk Airport, landing craft, and there is this glowing in different colors, generating different colors. This is a great daylight shot in June of 27 of 2010. Very nice shot. There we go. Let's go to 2012. In the year 2012 and 2011, we received a lot of sightings. Like it has increased almost 30–40%. We received more than 4,000 or 5,000 reports. Here's an object over here. This is also southeast of Turkey. This is all the way east, near the border of Syria. This is in the city, in Istanbul. This is also in the city of Kayseri, which is southeast of Turkey. You see it's a crowded street. One of the guys, he notices the object near the mosque over here as well. These are close-ups. See the dome, the shape of it. There's 2 of them here in this photo. Also east side, near the border of Iran. Here's another one. These are all coming from, this is an interesting object. It's very long. You see the Bosphorus, beautiful Istanbul, and the night shot. That's also in Bosphorus, out there in the islands. Here's another mountain climber. She's not aware there's an object there. Her friend is taking the picture. When they put it on the computer, they see this strange hovering object. Here's another one. We also get a lot of military pilots talking about UFOs they encountered during their flight. Now we have more than 50 people, pilots, military or civilian, from civilian airlines, they come forward about it. So we're going to be holding a press conference in a couple of months about, in order to put, to lobby about the people who, more people should share their information about UFO phenomena. I'm going to be sharing with you some of the high-rank military personnel talking about their close encounter with UFOs in a little while. Let's go to the year 2012. Oh, we're here. It's really during the air show, I believe. Yeah, during the air show, I want to show you this one because it's there we go. During the air show in Izmir in 2011, 5th of June, and they were just, of course, photographing all the crafts, doing all the air show and everything. So after they put it on the computer, they noticed there's an object flying with them. There shouldn't be any other object besides this aircraft because it's too dangerous to get that close, but there were some visitors over here. There we go. Okay, let's move on to 2012. There's two objects right above this hill. There's like a fleet. I'm going to show you also some footages, like hundreds of UFOs appeared at the same time, like in Mexico City. They have UFO flap all the time over there, the fleets. We had some a couple of years ago in Turkey as well. This is also eastern part. This is a good shot too. This is near Ankara. Group of people. There's two objects there. Here's again in Istanbul, a cigar-shaped object. It's a really good one. Yeah, it's quite interesting. This is the close-up of this. So it's huge, huge object. It's right above the Bosphorus, the bridge. Over here, a good one. Yes, let's go to the year 2013. You see the light, incredible footage. Once every 3-4 months, we held a press conference about those kind of footages, and we have. And in order to share it with the public, and the press always puts it on TV or newspapers. So this is, of course, he wasn't. He didn't know there was an object right above him. Another one there. There's two objects out of plane, taken picture. In Istanbul again. There's in Trabzon, north of East Turkey, near Russian border, in the airport there. There's like 5-6 objects right above this plane. This is in Bodrum, one of the resort towns. This guy takes series of pictures, one after another, of these strange objects that he says with soundlessly, they hovered, and he hovered first, then he moved from one side to the other side. This is also interesting. Here we go, in Istanbul airport again. This is a series of 4 photos. Was taken in Incirlik Air Force Base in Adana, which is owned by the US Air Force. Right near this Air Force Base, the guy was able to take 4 shots of this craft hovering above this building. You see, there are people working in the construction up there. They didn't know there's an object above them. So it's quite interesting because a couple of 100 meters away, the Air Force Base is right there. This is also a great shot. Okay. Now I'm going to show you a couple of clips of some military personnel talking about their encounters. I put it, please try to follow
Şu anda stüdyomuzda da değerli bir konuğumuz var. Yakın gözlem diye tabir ettiğimiz bir karşılaşma olayı yaşadı. Kendisini hemen sizlere tanıtmak istiyorum. Sayın Süleyman Tek Yıldırım, hoş geldiniz öncelikle efendim stüdyomuza.
Teşekkür ederim efendim.
Süleyman Bey, deneyimizi anlatmadan önce sizden kısaca kendinizi takdim etmenizi rica edeceğim.
This is from our TV show that I used to have.
1961 Hava Harp Okulu mezunuyum. Hava Kuvvetleri'nde pilot olarak av pilotluğu görevinde bulundum. Şu anda 20 bin saatin üzerindeki bir uçuşum var.
Bir uçuş tecrübesi.
Hava Kuvvetleri ve Hava Yolları toplam olarak 20 bin saatin üzerindedir.
Hava Kuvvetleri'nden sonra binbaşı olarak zannedersem
Hava Kuvvetleri'nde ayrıldım.
Sonra Türk Hava Yolları'nda
Hava
uzun
Yolları'nda
yıllar çalıştınız,
evet,
görev aldınız ve bu deneyiminiz 68 yıllarında gerçekleşti.
Evet efendim.
Buyurun bu deneyimi anlatırsanız.
O zaman kıdemli yüzbaşıydım.
Evet.
Bandırma 161 filoda görevliydim. O gün arkadaşım Hami Yüksel'le beraber alarm pilotu görevinde idik. Bize talimat verildi ve kalktık 2 tayyar olarak. 270 başa
F5 galiba değil mi?
F5 tayyaresi.
2 F5 ile kalktınız.
2 F5 tayyaresi. 270 başta uçmamız istendi. Mahiyeti batıdan izinsiz olarak bir girişin olduğunu, müsaadesiz ve tespit edilemediği, teşhis edilemediği için bizim hedefi gözle görüp tarif etmemiz istendi.
Yani hava sahasına izinsiz bir objenin girdiğini, bir cisim olduğunu ve bunu tespit etmek için sizi avcı uçaklarla görevlendirdi.
Evet efendim. 20 bin fite tırmandık. Hedefi teşhis ettiğim zaman Edirne'yi geçmişti. Hedefi gördüğümü söyledim. Devamlı tarif etmemi istendi. Hedefe yaklaşmak üzere ne olduğunu sorduğunda efendim ters dönmüş bir ampul gibiydi.
Ters dönmüş bir
Ters
ampul.
dönmüş bir ampul gibiydi ve gri renkte bir hedef. Daha önce Hava Kuvvetleri'nde Merzifon'dayken önlemiş olduğum meteoroloji balonları vardı. 2 defa balon önledim.
Evet.
Bunun bir meteoroloji balonu olduğunu söyledim.
Öyle tahmin ettiniz ilk başta.
Devam edin dedi yaklaşmaya. Yaklaşmaya devam ederken aniden sola yukarı o kadar süratli bir şekilde cisim
Yükseldi.
bir dönüş yaptı ve yükseldi ki yani bunu gözle takip etmek imkansızdı.
Orada anladığınız balon olmadı.
O zaman ben balon olmadığı imkansız dedim, balon değil efendim. Bu mutlaka çok süratli bir cisim. Ve biz 2 arkadaş olarak AB'ye girdik, takip etmeye başladık. Yedek takata geçmek suretiyle ses süratine 1,5 mislinde uçabilen bir uçağımız.
Evet. Hava açıktı tabii.
Hava tamamen havacılık tabirine göre clear bir hava.
Net açık.
Tamamıyla bulutsuz, sis ve pus tamamıyla hiçbir hava hadisesi yok. Cisim çok süratli yer değiştiriyordu. Sağa yukarıya, yukarıya, sola. O kadar süratli yer değiştiriyor ki şimdiye kadar görebildiğim hiçbir cisme benzemiyor. Doğru dürüst sürat açısından 45 bin fite kadar tırmandık. 45 binden sonra bizim uçağın tavanı 45 bin fittir.
Daha fazla
Ondan
yükselemiyorsunuz.
Görev yapamaz hale geliyor uçak.
Evet. Hem yükselmeye, irtifa yükselmeye devam etti o cisim.
Evet devam ediyor. Ama yani devamlı gitmiyor. Sağa sola yukarı aşağı
Manevralar yapıyor.
Tabii efendim.
Ya yaptığı
Yani
manevralarda konvensyonel hiçbir teknolojiyle yapılacak bir manevra değil.
Değil efendim.
Ya sağa sol,
Evet.
zikzak, yukarı aşağı,
son
90
derece
derece.
süratli ve adeta bizimle oynar gibi yani.
Kedi
Zaten,
fare oyunu oynar yani.
Angaje olamıyorsun ki yani yakın angaje edemiyorsun.
Evet, evet.
Gözle takip ediyorsun. Sağa sola yukarı aşağı bu şekilde hareketlerle bizim tavanımıza kadar ancak biz uçabildik. Bu arada mesleğim tabii dürtüsüyle bir el makineler top ateşi yapayım dedim. Bu düşüncemi de sesli hale getirdim.
Duydular tabii telsizden.
Hemen SOC'den Sector Operation Center'daki görevli kesinlikle dedi ateş edilmeyecek emirdir bu. Ve derhal üstünüze dönün göreviniz bitmiştir dediler. Üste döndüğümüz zaman da Türkiye'deki bütün meydanlara alarm verilmişti.
Evet.
Yani burada işin
Demek radar skoplarında falan tespit edildi.
vazifede yüksek konuşmalarımızın tümü harici butonlu olduğu için etrafımızdaki bütün radarlar ve sistemler bizi duyuyorlar.
Evet.
Alarm vermiş olmasının sebebi de işin ne kadar büyük olduğunu neden farkına vardıklarından dolayıdır bu.
Tabii.
Yoksa neden alarm verirsin bütün üstlere?
Peki şimdi siz çok net bir şekilde manevralarını, süratini, yüksek irtifasını da belirttiniz. Bu tecrübeniz, çok derin tecrübeniz var, uçuş tecrübeniz. Dünyadaki hiçbir bilinen teknolojiyle bağdaşıyor mu bu?
Hayır efendim yani şu anda...
Kesinlikle bu dünya dışı kaynaklı bir araçtır diyebiliyor musunuz?
Tabii kesinlikle böyle.
Evet.
Ben kendi uçtuğum daire cinsi 1,5 Mach süratle uçuyorum.
Evet.
O cismin uçuşunun bunun belki 1000 misli fazla olduğunu görüyorum.
Evet.
Belki daha bile fazla. Çünkü o kadar süratli yer değişiyor, bu kadar süratli irtifa alıyor ki.
Evet.
Teknolojinin şu anda benim tanımlayabileceğim hiçbirisine
Peki.
kesinlikle uymuyor.
Çok teşekkür ediyoruz
ederim.
Sayın Süleyman Tek Yıldırım. Bu önemli deneyimi cesaretle bizle paylaştığınız için.
Ben teşekkür ederim.
Just like Mr. Tek Yıldırım, there's other pilots. Some of them you will see now. Let me show you. They also speak about
Barış
it.
şartları.
He's
Hava
a
çok
pilot
güzel.
from the
Pırıl
Turkish
pırıl
Airlines.
yıldızlar.
25 years
Baktım.
old experience with the
Dolunay,
flight, over
yukarıda.
20,000
Bir dolunay da
flying
aşağıda.
time.
Aynı dolunay
Also, UFO, this is
büyüklüğünde
another national TV
cisimde
show that we were a guest,
tabak büyüklüğündeydi
and
diyelim.
he's telling about his
Bize bu arada
encounter.
Balıkesir
This is
civarına
another
geldik.
military colonel
O Alaşehir
from
İzmir
Air Force.
istikametine doğru
He had a
uçuyoruz.
very
Bize
interesting,
dediler şu
encounter
istikamette
with UFO during the
radar
flight.
bunu göremiyor. Fakat
And,
yerden
there's
gözle
another one who's
görülebiliyor.
gonna be talking. There is,
Balıkesir'i
is a four-star
geçtikten biraz
general.
sonra
The next one.
gökyüzünde büyük bir beyaz radar abağı gibi veya cami kubbesi, parlatılmış beyaz cami kubbesi gibi bir cisim uzaktan gözüküyor.
And this gentleman
83
is a
yılı
four-star general,
Mayıs
General
ayı
Air
civarı.
Force. He just retired and
Efendim,
he came forward
Eskişehir'den
about the
kalkacağız.
experiences that he
Balıkesir,
had during the several
Denizli,
flights.
Konya,
So,
Osmaniye atış sahası var. Hemen Eskişehir'in
as I
yanında.
told you, we have
Oraya
over like
geleceğiz,
50
atışımızı yapacağız, ineceğiz.
high-ranked
Gece
military and
uçuşu.
civilian personnel
İkişer
right
bir
now. They come
arayla
forward
4 uçak
about their
uçuyoruz.
experiences. And we are going to be held in a large press conference in Turkey about the disclosure in Turkey for the official people to come forward about this kind of information, and we'll even held a congressional hearings in Turkey as well. So this is very important. During my TV show, one time, it was a taped show, not a live show. An Air Force commander called the studio, and he wanted to speak to me. I said, they put me on phone, and I start speaking to him. This is several years back. And he told me that I was doing a very important job, that I should keep doing it. And I told him, I asked him, why you guys are suppressing all this kind of information from your own public? You have no right to do that. This is a universal knowledge, and you cannot keep it secret and suppress it from your own people. He said he's not satisfied about this either. He wasn't satisfied about it, but he couldn't do anything because he was on duty. He's on duty. As soon as he gets retired, he's going to be willing to speak. He told me several years back. Now he retired several months ago. I spoke with him a few weeks ago. He's going to join the disclosure as well for the next few months that we're going to be holding. So the same thing in Turkey. The official people, they don't talk openly about it. They suppress it. But when they become, they retire, they come forward and they start speaking about all these experiences, which is very important. Let's go to the videos right now. After the pictures, I'm going to show you several videos from different years, several clips.
Işıklar var etrafında dönüyor.
Şey koyuyordu bunları.
This is subtitle also. You
Acayip
can
hareketleri var
follow
ama bak.
the subtitles.
Dönüyor bak, kendi
It's
etrafında
happening
dönmeye başladı bak.
Istanbul, in the middle of
Bak,
city.
buradan ben
It
kameradan
has
daha
a
rahat görüyorum.
population
Dönüyor.
of 15 million people.
Üstünde kırmızı ışık var, yanıp sönüyor.
And while this family was filming this, there was another family filming the same object from a like 3 kilometers away from where they live. See the way it turns its lights on and off, like it blinks its lights. Like he knows that he's being filmed, that he puts
Kayboldu,
out a
tekrardan
show.
çıkacak bak, çıktı. Tekrardan.
Sallanıyordu bak, bu aşağı iniyor, yukarı çıkıyor.
Sürüyorlar ya.
This went on for 45 minutes.
Sinyal verir ki böyle
No sound, and all the
Sabit
people
bir
from
şekilde,
this
şu şekilde
area
değişik hareketler
witnessed it.
yaparak farklı şekilde bir salınımlar yapıyor ve kendi ekseni etrafında döndüğünü algılıyorsunuz çıplak gözle baktığınız zaman. Kameramı aldım zaten hemen. Yanımızda işte komşularımız yaklaşık olarak bir 10-11 kişi kadar vardık.
Bir aşağı iniyor, bir yukarı çıkıyor. Işıklar açıyor, kapatıyor. İlgilendik yani. Biz burada 15 kişiydik. Herkes ilgilendi baktı. Karşıdan binalar da...
This is May 2nd, 2010, in Adana, which is the southwest of Turkey. It's a well-populated city. Very early in the morning, 5:45 a.m. This is from November 19, 2010. It's very early in the morning. Another city, Kayseri, which is north part of Turkey.
Günaydın. Selamünaleyküm.
This guy says, hey, good morning. He's not aware of there's an object up there. The other one is filming it.
Allah kabul etsin dayı.
He's telling him, why don't look up there? There's an object. Why don't you see it?
Aa,
O ne ya? Orada bir şey var. Böyle bak, daire gibi. Yok ya, daire değil ki. Dağın tepesinde bir şey var orada. Bu
This
ne?
is also in Ankara, the capital of
yaklaşsana abi,
Turkey.
yaklaşabiliyor musun? O ne ya?
Bu ne ya? O abi bak.
Dağın tepesinde ha, dönüyor mu?
Dönüyor,
Very
dönüyor
shaped
ya.
object. You'll see.
Bak
Bu ne be?
altındaki ışıklar dönüyor resmen.
Aa bak, öteki ışık kaçtı yanından, gördün mü?
It's a group of
Allah
people
Allah.
on the balcony.
Lan bu ne?
They
Bakayım abi.
noticed
Ya
they were watching the
yaklaşayım,
moon.
yaklaşmazsan bozulacak görüntü.
Yaklaşmaya çalış.
Yaklaş. Oh abi, uçanlar değil mi?
Oo,
Ya hadi be bu.
Ufak
az önce inanmıyordunuz.
Abi harbi UFO.
Yok öyle bir şey canım. UFO mu olur öyle?
Yaklaş abi biraz da. Harbi UFO abi bu.
Yaklaşın.
Baksana.
Oğlum UFO.
Lan bu ne?
Of, kocaman.
Bildiğim bir UFO bu.
They were so
Abi harbi
astonished.
UFO. Yunus.
Allah.
Tamam, yakaladık abi. Nasıl hareket ediyor?
Soundless,
Ya gel bak gel.
howling,
Semra.
Gel bak gel.
almost 10 minutes.
Bak.
Baksana harbi UFO değil mi?
Bu ne Semra?
Baksana. Sisleri açmış abi, baksana. Yalan takmayın.
Burası senden bu tarafı çek.
This is from our conference that I was talking to during the conference. Everybody came out. This is the information center. about 2,000 people. Some they came out. We are near here, so there shouldn't be any other
Okay, this.
flying objects.
Did not,
Bak şu güneş geliyor şu anda. Güneş gidiyor şu an. Bulutun yanında bak.
okay.
Hala görünüyor. Güneşi kapat elinde. Şu anda bulutun içinde. Bulutun arkasında güneş. Ama güneşe çok yakın. Güneşi kapatıyor. Evet.
Eccolo, wow.
There is the other one.
Eccolo, wow. This one.
Getting ready
Okay.
to go to eat something. With all the speakers and get into
Okay,
the bus,
okay.
shower,
This is
object of
fantastic.
here.
Okay. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on.
This is Antonio Uzzi, our good friend.
Görünüyor bir anda kendiliğinden kayboluyor.
Also see the bees in the craft in those shots. We went to Kumburgaz, where that incident took place several years ago, back then. And Antonio and Yalçın Yalman was there too with us.
Eccolo,
And all of a sudden,
guarda.
a UFO appeared.
È
right
disco,
above us.
guarda, è bianco.
And
Di
we
qua, di
start
qua, di qua.
filming. See how
Guarda
fast it
bello,
goes?
bello, bello, bello, bello, bello, bello.
Behind the trees, like branches.
Ho filmato un disco.
This is the
Ora.
same location where Yalçın
No, no, no, no, no, no,
took
guarda.
all these incredible UFO footages of Kumburgaz, which made the headlines all over in the world. And I'm going to be talking to you and showing those incredible footages to you shortly. This is the slow motion of the footage. Okay, let's go to the other clip. These are from 2012. Another bright light moving towards the trees early in the morning. This was taken in Babeski, in Denizli, west side of Turkey. You see, a lot is going on that part of the globe as well. Where we are in the Middle East or Eastern Europe or Europe, many sightings, many reports is happening. This is taken in Istanbul in June of 27. You're going to see the object here. It's going to move so fast, it's going to disappear like a blink of an eye. Watch now, closely. It's gone. Nice shot. This is in June 2012 in Kocaeli, near Istanbul. This is very early in the morning as well. Here we go, you see the object hovering. The guy had a terror zoom, so he zoomed it. It's really good. This is another shot. The object was... This is the summer of 2012, southeast of Turkey. We went frame by frame. There's an object flying so fast right behind them. Look. So every second has like 15 frames. So we see the craft in only 3 or 4 frames. So just imagine how fast that goes. Because we
manzarayı.
Yer mühendisi. Çamlarla bayılıyorum. Görüntü o kadar güzel. Köşk de böyle. Köşk var ya. Köşkün içinde çam. Köşkün içerisinde. Hadi.
Sadece şöyle geçmesin ya.
We're just going to see a sound part of it. This is another footage.
Anam bu ne lan?
Ankara.
Anam dünyanın sonu
We're so
geldi.
astonished seeing this
Allah'ım yarabbim.
odd-shaped cloud.
Anne gel anne.
The kid is calling his mother and his father.
Bir şey çıktı anne. Bulutların arasında ne bu ya?
Allah'ım yarabbim. Dünyanın sonu geliyor.
Yemin ederim ki 2012'de 2010'da çıkacak. Allah'ım yarabbim.
This must be the end
Bu
of the
ne
world.
böyle?
Allah sonumuzu hayretsin.
Ya bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Anam iniyor.
Şuna bak ya, yuvarlak tepsi gibi bir şey ya. Şuna bakın ya.
Deniz kes bir ya. Açılmıyor lan.
Evet sevgililer, gerçekten eğer grupta Türkler de varsa
Allah'ım.
zaten doğal güzellikler ve tarihi güzellikler bizim geçmesi için çok güzel nedenler arasında, ancak Türkler de olunca bol bol Türkçe sohbet ediyoruz Emel Hanım'la ve Erdem Beyoğlu gibi. Erdem abi siz
Allah şimdi iyice belli oldu bak.
neden niye?
Bak. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ne böyle yani? Acayip ışık saçıyor böyle.
Bak şimdi şurayı görüyor musun? Açık. İniş yeri gibi sanki. Baba.
Footage.
Bak şurada neler gelecek daha dur.
Look at the shape.
Anam nasıl ilk başta kadın nasıl duruyor orada ya?
Kaç kere çektiniz bilmiyorum. Sizce nasıl geçti? Ben bugüne kadar
Very interesting footage.
ama yaptığım için.
These are from 2013.
Gidiyorlar.
From last year. Then I'm gonna go with the Kumburgaz case, which you'll see some incredible footages.
Ne?
The The way it moves so fast. Three orbs. Hector Garcia, a tourist in Istanbul, in one of the islands. We filmed those orbs. There's another one, moving quite fast. Going into the clouds, coming out of there. This is from capital Ankara. Broad daylight. It's gonna go a little down, gonna come out there, rise up again. Most of the sightings we get during the spring and summertime, because when the sky is clear, we receive a lot of reports comparing the winter times when it's rainy and snowy. So, but this year, 2014, has only been 3 months. We received quite a bit footages. I think 2014 is going to be even a lot busier than the past years as far as the sightings and video footages go. This is also in Istanbul. Look at the lights, all the colors. Green, reddish, blues.
Bak ne kadar çok yaklaştı şu an bize, farkında mısın? Kameranın zoom'u da şu an full.
Most of this footage is with multiple witnesses. Another one from Ankara. It goes right behind the building. This was taken in Eskişehir, I believe, last year.
Bu ne böyle ya? İlginç.
They say, what the hell is that? See the class, how it moves.
Dur babacığım.
They're shaking it because they're holding it with their hands, so in this picture also you'll see this is very slow motion. It was actually so fast. We slowed it like 10 times. Here we go, another one. This was taken in Adana, in south of Turkey. Object is hovering soundless. The guy was taking this footage with his telephone. This is upside down. Now watch. The object is going to enter and it's going to go. The guy was filming actually this sign. Oh, this is interesting. A 7-year-old boy, he was taking this footage with his telephone. The cat is there also looking out. Now you're going to see a craft. Quite interesting shot. The resolution is better because of the telephone. And some more footage from 2014, this past 3 months. And then we're going to go to the major case, the Kumburgaz case. This happened in January 14, in Istanbul during broad daylight. This is in Ankara. There's two objects there again. In İzmit, near Istanbul, about an hour driving time from Istanbul.
Böyle yıldız mı olur ya?
Very early in the morning.
Allah Allah. Her neyse. Yeter 2 dakika çektim sana.
This is from Aegean part of Turkey. All right. Let me speak up.
İnanılmaz
Okay,
bir şey.
this
Aşkım
is
baksana tamamen
taken in
hal
Istanbul as
değiştirdi ya.
well.
Halden hale geçiyor.
Look at all the colors. It changes different colors and from blues to greens and purples.
Bakar mısın?
Okay, similar shape object was filmed several years ago in Mexico City. Our friend Aime Mausen showed me the similar footage. So we received this footage in Ankara, in capital of Turkey, a few weeks ago. Exactly the similar one, exact the same actually, was filmed in Mexico City as well. More orbs. We get a lot of reports of orbs from different parts of Turkey each year. Making maneuvering from left to right, going up and down. It's going to go up and disappear. There we go. Right. Now this is so interesting. Look at it sends out the beams of light, those two lights. And this, incredible. Watch now. Red, white, like laser beams. This is also quite an interesting shot. There you go, the fleet that I was talking to you, like you get it in Mexico City. We got that in right out of Istanbul. You see the maneuvering. hundreds of them. Look at the way they move. Watch now with the airplane flying by. Now watch closely with the slow motion. You'll see also with UFOs with incredible speeds. Now you're going to see it with the slow motion. There's one here, another one. Right up here. There's a jet flying. Now you'll see a UFO pass by. Watch closely. This is the slow motion. Right above it. They move so fast. There we go. There's the third one down here. There's 2, 3. There's even more. These were all taken from the same shot, but the fleets show up. There's another one here. It's an hour-long video. There's the third one. Oh. There we go. When we aired this on the news, it was all over on the news in Turkey, nationwide, and we asked for the Air Force an explanation for that. They didn't want to comment on it because there were some of the planes were like from Air Force. There we go. Okay, let's go to the main case, the Kumburgaz, which is very important. Let me give you some brief information about the Kumburgaz case. This case happened 2007, 8, and 9, 3 years in a row in a compound near Istanbul, which is like 1 hour away from Istanbul. There's this night guard who works in this compound at the night time. He sees these objects and he gets a camera, he starts filming them, and most of the time he witnessed them because this is during the summertime. Most of the time he was able to capture it. It's a summer area. That location, Kumburgaz, is a summer town where people who live in Istanbul, middle class people, they have their houses there. So when he witnesses them and he films them, there is always other people with him. It's a multiple witness case because in summertime people, they go to sleep late. The footages are taken during like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. So there's always 5, 7, 8, 9, 12 people by his side also seeing this craft, UFOs. And after we analyzed all these footages, what we did is that we held a press conference because the footages you're about to see, it's quite interesting. After the press conference, some of course, it was all over on the newspapers and TV stations and the news. Some skeptic scientists, before seeing the footages and doing all the necessary analysis, they said this cannot be true, this is too good to be true, this gotta be hoax and so on. So I went on TVs with them. I said, why don't I hand you the original of the footages? You do your own analysis. And I did that. I told them in front of the cameras during the live TV show. So I did that on purpose because, and the whole media follow up what came out with all the analysis they did. So I'm going to show you what went through. Subtitled some of the TV shows that we did about it. Then I will show you the whole footages, some clips about this. This is from the press conference after we analyzed all the footages.
Dedirten görüntüler.
Çoklu tanıklı bir olay bu. Görüntülerin olduğu bölge
yaptılar.
Yok bir tane. Önünde bir şey var yani.
Dünyada çekilmiş en önemli görüntüler.
UFO araç her zaman olduğu gibi bir UFO görmek ve bunu kaydetmek için UFO müzesi kurucularından
Now you're going to see the debate on it on TV.
Belli ki bunun bir montaj oldu. Hemen
These
ortaya
are
çıkacak.
skeptics.
O cismin üzerindeki ışık homojen olarak dağılmamış. Sanki farklı bir yerden bir aydınlanma alıyor. Büyük radyo teleskoplarla uzayın derinlikleri inceleniyor. Ama
He's an astronomer. He doesn't believe in UFOs. He rejected. He says it's a hoax. Then I went on TV with him.
O bir
He's another physicist.
çok güzel çekilmiş resimleri.
Sonra söyleyeyim.
O resimlerde bir şey bulalım.
Elimize geçsin.
Biz burada, bakın ben şu
İnşallah bir programda
Follow the subtitles, please.
İşte o yüzden ben söylüyorum zaten. Çok açık bir şekilde ifade edelim. Bu görüntüler %100 gerçek görüntüler. Siz de bu sonuca varacaksınız zaten. Ben şunu öneriyorum. Şunu öneriyorum ben size.
This is a live TV show.
Sizlerin bu programda masaya yatırdık. Sağ olun Suat Bey. Sizlerin eşliğinde Adnan Bey'in aktaracağı, dijital ortama mı aktaracaksınız?
Onu ben Tuncay'a göndereceğim. Ulusal Gözlem Evi'ne. Benim doktor öğrencim orada çalışıyor. Bu işlerden gayet iyi anlıyor.
Tamam,
O zaman şöyle yapalım. Ben de şöyle yapalım. Biz çünkü cidden bu olayları örtbas etmek isteyen bir takım çevreler var.
Siz isterseniz bunu bana teslim edin.
Birlikte hocamın vereceği yere hep birlikte kameralarla gidelim.
Tamam,
verelim. Oradan alalım çünkü yani sizi tenzih ederim. Ben size güvenim sonsuz ama bir kaza gelir başına bir şey olur. İstenmedik
tamam,
böyle yapalım.
Bizim tanıklığımızda.
I don't trust the guy.
Bunu yapalım.
Kumburgaz'da çekilen görüntüler gerçek mi? Taraflar
So they wanted to get it analyzed in a state-owned scientific research center. I didn't care. I know that they are real. So look what's going to happen.
İncelemeler sonunda verilen raporda çarpıcı ifadeler yer aldı.
Sevgili seyirciler, geçen hafta
This is the following week.
Kumburgaz'daki görüntüleri canlı yayında yorumladı. Zihinlerde ise bu
After it was, they were analyzed by the state-owned
ön plana çıktı. Biz de merak ettik
research.
ve soruların yanıtını bir devlet kuruluşunda, Türkiye'nin en yetkin bilimsel araştırma merkezi TÜBİTAK'a götürdük. Muhabir ekibi olarak Profesör Doktor Adnan Akdogan ve Sirius Başkanı Haktan Akdogan'la birlikte TÜBİTAK'ın Antalya'da bulunan Ulusal Gözlemevine gittik.
Burası TÜBİTAK Ulusal Gözlemevi.
Burada ne işlem için bulunuyoruz?
Burada şu anda Haktan Bey'in teslim edeceği kaseti dijitize edip o görüntülerde ne olup olmadığı hakkında bir fikir yürüteceğiz. Yani ne olduğunu öğrenmeye çalışacağız.
This is 6 hours later. After all the analyses were done, the cameras were not allowed inside because it's a government-owned place. But they had to issue a special official report.
Ve normal şartlarda bir çekim yapıldığı kanaatine vardık.
Türk bilimi adına olumlu bir gelişmedir. En azından ön yargısız bakmamaya ve bu konuda da bir adım atılmıştır. Bir dönüm noktası olarak.
Şimdi
UFO olarak nitelendirilebilir deniliyor.
Evet,
yani
TÜBİTAK'ın verdiği,
onu kabul ettik.
evet, TÜBİTAK'ın verdiği bize
So we made him accept that it was a UFO, unidentified flying
bir
objects.
analiz şeyi var. Üçüncü maddesinde çekimlerde görünen belirli yapıya sahip görüntüler bir bilgisayar animasyonu, özel bir video etkisi veya stüdyoda canlandırma şeklinde oluşturulmuş görüntüler
This
değildir
is the
diyor.
conclusion,
Sonuç
official conclusion.
bildirgesindeyse, sonundaysa, dolayısıyla bu tür şüpheli cisim görüntüleri için kullanılan UFO yani tanımlanamayan uçan cisim terimi
This is the
bu
official
görüntüler için
report issued by them.
Bak bu tam o kadar beyaz ışık.
Açtın mı?
Evet. Baksana Salih. Hayır oraya değil. Buradan ayarlayayım. Bataryayı yer. Salih görüyor musun beyaz ışığı yukarıda? Işığı kıstım biraz. Ama duruyor değil mi orada?
Orada ya baksana.
Hı. Önünde de bir şey var ya.
İki taneler mi?
He?
İki tane mi?
Yok bir tane. Önünde bir şey var yani.
Hava gibi bu ya.
Ağır gidiyor ama farkında mısın?
Yavaş gidiyor evet.
He?
Yavaş gidiyor.
Evet. Bayağı girdim zıma.
Gir ya gir.
Yeminle girdim ama elim titriyor.
Öyle bir şey yok ya.
He?
Öyle bir şey yok ama ya.
Ağır gidiyor ama değil mi?
Çok yavaş gidiyor.
Denize doğru gidiyor.
Evet.
Abi bak geçen ay da çekti farkında mısın? Şurada da bir şeysi var onun.
Uranyum mu geliyor burada? Ne yapıyor?
Bilmiyorum ha.
Enerji mi topluyor?
Dur ışık mı kısıldı?
Gets even more interested.
Şunu geri...
In 2008 and 9, I will show some incredible clips for you.
Dur. Abi böyle bir şey var mı ya? Ya kaç 7000 fitte falan bu.
Aşağı yukarı.
Evet, metaline baksana. Böyle sanki siyah bir şey var önünde.
Evet.
Aha gidiyor. Bulutlara mı gidiyor? Ha? Bulutların arasına gitti değil mi o? Heh. Bir dakika abi.
You see, there's this opening here. There's two little guys. You gotta see the frames, and you'll know better.
Onu çekiyorum. O duran UFO şimdi şu anda.
Abi şuradan şöyle bir şey geçiyor gibi.
Evet.
Yeşilimsi bir rengi var.
Bak o durdu şimdi onu çekiyorum ben.
Şurada değil mi?
Evet.
Bak nasıl parlıyor.
Evet. Ve onu çekiyorum şu anda.
Peki net gözüküyor mu?
Süper. Şimdi çektiğimi göstereceğim ben sana.
Ha?
Çektiğimi göstereceğim. Duruyor değil mi hala orada?
Duruyor.
Ağır duruyor.
Hafif hafif ilerlemeye başladı.
Evet. İlerliyor değil mi?
Aha sanki biraz.
Evet. Ve koca bir ana gemiyi çekiyorum ben şimdi. Kayboluyor.
Var tabii Mısır hieroglifilerinde de var. Daha eski dönemlere ait var.
Of course, after the also this government of scientific research center came up with the same conclusion. It was all over on the news, and not nationally, also internationally. In Japan, Russia, in Germany, Mexico. I also took the original footages and get it analyzed in his country, and they all came up with the same conclusion as we did.
Biz o görüntüleri aldık.
Here's the night guard.
İncelemelerini yaptık, araştırdık, çok detaylı kare kare inceledik, piksel.
Araştırmaya yapmanıza rağmen hiç eleştiri aldınız mı? Çok açık.
Hava kuvvetlerimiz de, savaş uçağı pilotlarımız da karşılaşıyor bu testler. This is a show from UK.
Debate about whether or not we're alone in our solar system. Newly released files by the Ministry of Defence this week have revealed a number of strange sightings by members of the public and unexplained radar images from air traffic control. Between 1986 and 1992, 19 separate cases were reported, all without explanation. And today, new footage emerged, this time from Turkey.
The X-Files. Yeah.
That's where I put
Never before
This
seen
is
footage
Sky
of
News.
UFO
It's like CNN
sightings this year
in
being
Europe.
shown at a conference in Pontefract.
Very widely
These
watched
pictures were shot
news
over
channel.
the summer by a lifeguard in Turkey. Extraterrestrial experts from across the world and people who claim to have been abducted by aliens will all be at the conference. Let's take you there live now and speak to Sky's Mike McCarthy. Mike.
Highlight, I think, of the conference is the footage that you've referred to. First time that it's been seen in the UK. It's being presented by Haktan. Tell me about this footage and why you think it's important.
Well, this extraordinary incident took place in Kumburgaz in Istanbul. It's a compound in Kumburgaz, and it was witnessed by many people who live in the compound, and it was filmed by the security guard for almost 3 hours. Within the footages are so interesting and so amazing because we don't just see the lights in the sky, we see in the close-up the outline of the object, very clearly the structure. This is a show from Uri Geller, Eric von Daniken.
Hello Ed. Hi, how are you? Ja, hallo Uri, wie geht's Ihnen?
Here is Eric. Great moment to have you on air with us.
Dass Sie hier mit dabei sind.
I have a few questions.
I don't know if any of you know Uri Geller, psychic world, you know, psychic. He came to Turkey just to visit Kumburgaz, and he's a good friend of mine. I handed him a copy of it, and he also got it analyzed in Germany as well. So, and now he's showing it during one of the shows in Germany. Now he's going to be talking about the Kumburgaz case, and he's going to show the footage.
Warum haben Sie diese starke Überzeugung, dass wir nicht alleine sind im Universum und dass es Aliens und UFOs gibt?
Alongside with him was Eric von Daniken, our colleague, good friend. He was also at the show.
Von UFOs. Ich möchte euch jetzt etwas zeigen. Einen Film nämlich. Ein Video aus der Türkei. Dort gedreht.
Okay, sehr gerne.
Und vielleicht kann ich ganz
Now
kurz
he's talking about
erklären, worum es
the
hier
Kumburgaz
geht.
case.
Ich habe gerade damals in der Türkei The Next Uri Geller
Man muss das
gedreht in
vielleicht
Istanbul.
erklären, die Show The Next Uri Geller gibt es nicht nur bei uns in Deutschland, sondern auf der ganzen Welt, wo Sie dann sind.
In der ganzen Welt, richtig. Wir haben also gerade die Sendung gemacht, The Next Uri Geller. Und während wir die Sendung gemacht haben, in der Show kamen diese kleinen Raumfahrzeuge aus dem Mutterschiff. Sie sehen zwei kleine Aliens, die hier drin sitzen.
You're going to see the close-up frames that I will show you shortly.
20 Meilen.
This is Japan. A TV crew came all the way from Japan, and they did an interview. And they analyzed the footages also in Japan at the universities over there. So they came up with the same conclusion, of course.
Capturadas 2 meses y medio.
Bu arkadaşımız aynı zamanda
De 9 a 10 días de observación de los ovnis. Cámara en mano, logró durante su recorrido.
I'm going to show you some interesting footages right now from 2007 to 2009 of Kumburgaz. Watch closely. So this went on for 3 years in a row, for a couple of months each year during the summertime. There we go. Sometimes the shape of the craft is different.
gibi bir şey. Bu arada uçak çakıp gidiyor. Abi şurada bomba gidiyor.
Abi sistem mi onu yoksa
Ya. Abi.
Here's another shot from 2009. This is a good one because in this footage of 2009, you're going to see it shortly, he was able to get the moon. Moon was up there, and he was zooming the object right here. Now he's going to zoom out a little bit. Now you're going to see the moon up there. That's the moon. He's going to zoom the moon in. Then you will see that's the moon. So this shows that this object is right under the moon, above in the sky. He's zooming in again. Yeah, he's gonna zoom in to the moon. Yeah, you see the moon. And right underneath of the moon, the object is there. With the frames, you see much better. Here we go. There's two little guys up here with large black eyes. You see? I think this is the first time in ufology we are not only capturing the video footage of a UFO, also the aliens in it. Looks like it. Well, guys, let me say a few words before I wrap it up. As you all know, our civilization has gone through many important changes, such as the discovery of fire, the development of the wheel, languages, the Industrial Revolution, and technology. Now we are moving into a higher consciousness and into a new age of mind and spirit. The next major event in history will be an open contact with life forms from other worlds and taking our position in the family of man in the cosmos. This event has already started, but as in many historic changes, it is first known only to a few people, before it becomes known to the masses. The timing of this event is particularly so important since our current civilization is in the beginning of a transformation into a state of higher consciousness and a dimensional shift that will forever change the way we live on Earth. Increase in number of UFO sightings and seizure of numerous physical evidence, video footages, classified documents, reports of and remains of crashed UFOs have led many high-ranking military and civilian authorities to speak out and come forward about this subject. Many retired government officials from many developed countries, with the support of their own public, have put under pressure to reveal thousands of UFO-related reports to the world. UFOs and the visitors do not originate in our reality. Therefore, they do not conform to the laws of our reality. To attempt to understand them using only the laws of our reality will always keep us at arm's length from any significant answers. We need a new paradigm with which to understand the visitors' phenomena. We already know that our encounters with them break the rules of third-dimensional thought, perception, and reality. We must then look beyond what we know to be true. We must stretch the limits of our imagination in order to break through the walls that divide our reality from theirs. It's only there, in that realm, where we will find our answers. As our neighbors from all other worlds and dimensions come to visit, it can also be a wonderful time of discovery. There is the possibility to learn from them, change the way we live on Earth, and create real peace among men. Their knowledge can be used to enlighten our world so that we can resolve the differences that separate us here on Earth and prepare us to fit in with the universal family of man on other worlds. We should all together concentrate our efforts on one goal: to bring this truth about the UFO phenomena to light altogether. It's knowledge of profound importance to which all people throughout the world should have an inalienable right to know the truth about this important issue, and it's time to put an end to the controversies surrounding it before it's too late. This is so important for the consciousness of mankind and to achieve peace on Earth and for the development of our global society. The planet has come to a crucial time. I believe that the disclosure of UFO reality by the governments worldwide is the only chance we have left to achieve peace on Earth and to realize that we are all here together as Earthlings and as the Earth family. Disclosure, that is why the disclosure, the truth about the extraterrestrial intelligent life is extremely important for mankind and will mark a turning point for our planet. We believe that this disclosure will be the starting point of a new era, unprecedented in the world history, unifying the mankind with a new spirit of peace and brotherhood, and launch a new process that will lead humanity to an era of intergalactic communication and wisdom. We are a multidimensional being. The energy on the planet is calling for us all to raise our vibration. It's time to step up to the next level of our spiritual evolution. We must awaken to our mission. Our mission is to remember who we really are. Thank you so much. I don't know if I have time. Okay, it's perfect. I can take 3 questions if you like.
We will be taking questions on stage right, your left. If you want to make a line right down here, we will begin.
I have a question. The United States, we seem to be so far behind in terms of disclosure, in terms of openness. What do you think we can do to help change that?
I think the media is very important, and I think the media here is controlled by, you know, I don't want to say that, but the dark forces, I should say. So that is the main thing. The reason why we reach too many people and there's so many people they come forward with their encounters, it's because of the support that we receive from the media. I think that is the main reason.
So is there anything we can do that you can offer, or any insight, or?
Well, you are already doing it. I mean, you are sharing, I'm sure, what you have seen here in all these conferences, all these films and documentaries has been out. So what we have to do, we have to share all the knowledge with other people that we know in order to increase the public consciousness about this. So every individual has a mission, I think, on this. So we have to do our best what we can.
You're right. Thank you.
Put more pressure on government to release more information. That's why the disclosure is the project Stephen Greer and also the congressional hearing a few months ago took place. But we have to be doing more of that. Yes, sir.
Oh, some time ago, it's at least 10 years ago, there was some television coverage in this country on the big UFO collapse in Mexico City. And the footage that you have shown us from Turkey is so eerily similar to what hundreds...
Which one? Can I?
Mexico City.
The fleet you're talking about?
Yes. What has been filmed, the footage from Turkey is so eerily similar to what was being shown that hundreds, if not thousands, of people witnessed in Mexico City. At the time, though, I was a little disappointed with this television coverage because Philip Klass just adamantly stated that these were balloons that the Mexicans had released into the atmosphere, very popular. And it seemed like a lot of people accepted that explanation. Certainly there are debunkers in Turkey, and what are they saying about all of this? Or are they saying anything at all?
About the similar footage you're talking about, the fleets? But with the close-up, you can see there cannot be balloons because they are maneuvering so fast. You see the airplane is going with incredible speed, and above that there is this UFO is going much, much faster than that. The balloons, they don't do that. So, of course, there is always like people who are like skeptics. They're gonna try to say whatever they want to, but the evidence is so clear that you cannot say that these are balloons.
Right. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Hello, I'm Sally.
Hello, Sally.
I have several questions for you.
Sure.
One is, I would love to volunteer or be part of getting this disclosure petition. Tell me how to be involved.
That will be great.
Because it needs to be done.
Thank you.
And it's past time. Is it something we can put on Facebook and pass it around like they do all this other irresponsible things you see on Facebook? The other is, why do you think Turkey has so many sightings? Is it the geological
I think
area?
not just Turkey, it's happening everywhere. It's a matter of how we are aware of it, or because in Turkey, as I was trying to say, we've been on the news and on TVs so many times. So I do stay on my own TV show. I did many episodes, and I've been more than 585 TV shows in Turkey. So we are quite known as a research center. That's why whenever they see something out in the sky in Turkey, they know where to report it. So that's why we get a lot of reports. I mean, if the media was playing a better role here in your country, the public will know much more about where to report all these sightings, you know what I mean? So this is about going out there and sharing the information, and media plays a very important role on this, but unfortunately not. Look, we are having an incredible conference here with beautiful speakers. A lot of information is out there. You don't see any national or local TV station here. But when we held a conference in Turkey, we get several thousand people, and we get hundreds of reporters from nationally and locally. So that's why we have to, we get a lot of reports out of Turkey. That doesn't mean Turkey has the most reports, you know what I mean?
My take on it is there's so many believers there, sort of like Tinkerbell. The more you believe it, the more they come, you know?
Right.
And also, should we have spotters outside when you're talking?
What does spotters mean?
People looking for UFOs while you're here.
No, it was a coincidence for us, but I don't think it was a coincidence for them, because the truck is going on the road show, and here they are following. And for the conference, the appearance of during the UFO convention is because of Antonio Urzi, one of the Italian speakers. Antonio is quite known personality in Europe. He has this kind of sensation when, because he told me the day before we filmed the footage, he said, tomorrow I think they're going to show up. That's what he told me. He had this feeling. He's kind of telepathically in contact with them. So that's probably why they appeared. I don't know.
Enjoyed your talk.
Thank you.
Hi, you were speaking about Antonio having the ability to know when they were going to come. Is there anybody here who knows if they're going to come and where and when?
Can you say it again? I couldn't hear you.
You said that you had a friend, a colleague named Antonio.
Antonio, yeah.
Who knew when they were going to come?
Oh, yeah.
And he told you when
He
they were
told
going
me
to come.
the day before, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if anybody was here, knew if they're going to come again and when and where, and if we could observe them.
You're asking them, the audience. Okay.
Worth a shot.
Well, we'll see.
Any more questions?
Okay, the one where, I'm sorry, I didn't bring my notes, but the one that was from 2007 to 2009, and it appeared to be a very large ship compared to some of these other ones that were sighted in Turkey. I mean, it appeared to me like a mothership or something like that.
No, it's not a mothership.
No?
Mothership, they do not enter the atmosphere because they will ruin the electromagnetic field and everything. So they are just, I think, small crafts.
Did he
but
just
they are
have a
very
really
low. The ones in Kumburgaz probably quite lower than the other ones. And the guy, Yalçın, has the camera with the zooming, great zooming.
Right.
Telezoom, that's why he got it really close up.
Right, I noticed that with the moon. You know, you wouldn't be able to do that because they had a really great camera.
He was getting
and then the other thing was the one in 2012 that was the yellow cloud that looked like it had sort of an array, a directional array of cloud coverage underneath that piece. Is that right? Is that what it looked? It's a little fuzzy. Yeah. It was a little hard to see.
Sometimes UFOs they use clouds to cover themselves, but this one was really incredible. You can see the disc-shaped object. There must be something in this cloud. It was an amazing footage. Yeah.
Yeah, that was incredible. Anyway,
thank you.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, guys. You have a nice dinner tonight. Thank you.